Landscape architecture is a fine art dealing with the beautiful and efficient adaptation of ground forms and all things thereon for human use and enjoyment.
Well, the thing that we look for in every project is genuine meaning, purpose. We look for things that delight the human being.
Landscape architecture truly is art.
I don't think people always know what it is they like about certain areas that they visit, but many of those are things that have been designed and planned by landscape architects, and I think the aesthetic qualities that they bring, people respond very positively, although they're really sort of unconscious of what it is that they like about it.
The intangibility is that somebody feels a sense of well-being, feels good about the space that they're in.
You know, we don't design buildings. We design everything from the building out. But we design as if we were inside the building as well.
The orientation of how people feel in an environment, in an enclosed space.
And it's the art of making it look as though it's always been there and that it's part of the natural environment, and it's the science of making it work.
And that's the essence of good design, is creating these aesthetically beautiful places for people to enjoy.
You can have one building that you can repeat over and over and over anywhere in the United States. But even in South Carolina or even in one city, there are no two pieces of property that are exactly the same.
I think the practice of landscape architecture is inherent to human beings. It goes all the way back to ancient Babylonian times in terms of the value of the garden to the human experience. As an official profession by that title, goes back to about 1860s with Frederick Olmsted.
And he designed things like Central Park and the Biltmore Estate in Asheville, North Carolina, and many, many other projects that we all recognize.
It's nice when we're able to design something where it's not only a place that's pretty and functional, but there's another layer of meaning there, and that there's an emotional response to the site.
From a backyard to a master plan of a community, it's all the same process.
So I hope more than anything else that we're generalists. I see the landscape architect as the profession that can kind of not only lead a team, but kind of knit together different disciplines and professions. I've worked on projects where we've been the team leader, and we've had architects, engineers, wildlife biologists, economists, archaeologists all working on the team, and we're the profession that kind of pulls that together and makes sense out of all the different roles.
And I would have to boast and say we know more about putting those things together than any of those other professions do, because we specialize in that. We pool all those various disciplines together and try to create a united plan for whatever it might be. And if you know about putting all those things together and what it takes to perfect each one of those, then you can be part of the vision making, and so often that's the thing that's missing.
I think you're seeing a transition of our profession going from maybe being a little bit more subservient to being the leader in many projects. I think the public at large is starting to discover the sooner you get a landscape architect involved, and their knowledge of all the areas of development is so broad and comprehensive that they are natural leaders in the whole development process.
If it were not for landscape architecture in South Carolina, many of the places that we appreciate as great places of beauty simply would not exist.
If there were no landscape architects, I think you would hope. I think there would be a revolution. That people would they want what landscape architects bring, and they'd see that it happened.
God made whales to be in the ocean, and God made camels to be in the desert. He made man to be in a garden. And everything we do should reflect that garden for his health and for his life and his quality of life.